Hey, welcome to the one where. So let's look into it. The one where a customer shipment got stuck in Egypt and we had to propose a legal solution. Okay, so the customer shipment got stuck in Egypt based on a valuation case. It was a high value shipment that was stuck in the country, and by the time that the customer reached out to us, this goods was already stuck for 6 months. And apparently the customer already reached out to 2 other big multinational consulting firms to support them in getting these shipments unstuck. Unfortunately, what happened in this instance was the customer said the goods cannot be released and they had to give a price list. The problem was these goods were service support equipment, not sales equipment. Therefore, a price list for such equipment didn't exist because they're not being sold. So what we had to do was we looked at the situation from a pure legal perspective and said, okay, the law is indicating that if goods are not sales equipment, transaction value of goods do not necessarily apply, and we need to look at the other valuation methods. There is 6 valuation methods, and it's important that they are applied sequentially. This is indeed what this customer did, which is a renowned, compliant manufacturer of high-tech telecommunications goods. And therefore, once we confirmed that their valuation methodology is indeed correct and applicable in accordance with the valuation methodologies in the law, the question was, is this valuation methodology that they applied as well in alignment with the local Egyptian legislation? We assessed the law and double-checked. Yes, the Egyptian legislation, even though at that time was based on the 1960s legislation, and they have not yet at that time adopted the new legislation and the new reforms of the customs agreement, even though they were a member to the WTO, Egypt did incorporate in its previous legislation the valuation methodologies, to an extent that it also incorporated the ability to release goods under protest, and therefore allowing goods to be released in the event of a customs dispute. Our objective was to get goods released and in accordance with the law, so that the operational department can indeed proceed with their imports of service support equipment. What we did was we sat together, we brought our proposal to the customer and proposed a legal solution where one can go to customs, request release of the goods under protest, and then release the goods under protest in the event that they do not immediately agree with the valuation methodology applied. If they do agree with the valuation methodology applied immediately, great. And then case solved and we can move on. But if they don't agree, at least they get operational management and can move forward. And that is how, where the customer shipment got stuck, a legal solution was proposed, and ultimately the customer said, move forward. See you in the next one where.